Hello and welcome to last year, the 365-day time capsule podcast. Today's date is June 28th of 2025. So let me take you back mentally, just to get you back in the right headspace. So this past week, the U.S. brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Ryan Trahan has raised $1,870,000 in the first 19 days of his 50 States in 50 Days series. Andre backed out of hiking, not biking, a 14,000-foot mountain with the fellas this summer. And my small brain was blown away by the capabilities of ChatGPT's image generation. So I'm going to admit, it feels a little iffy, a little slimy, maybe a little cheeky to call out Andre behind his back. I was hoping he'd be here today, but unfortunately he has work. But I think it's okay because I'm going to call him out in person when I do see him, like face to face, the next time he can be on the podcast. So for that reason, I decided to say it anyways. But yeah, basically, like, the thing is, we had a few summer plans going. So for one, last summer, me and Sean and Emiliano and Andre, we decided to hike Wheeler Peak, which is the only 14er in New Mexico, which is a 14,000-foot mountain. Or maybe it's like if the peak is above 14,000 feet, I think that makes it a 14er. I don't know. But a lot of people like to hike all of them. There's like 50 of them in the US or something. So we were going to do another one this summer, and we've been planning, and we had a few dates, and we were like, yeah, we could do either or whatever. And then meanwhile, there's this YouTuber named The Stradman who drives cars. That's kind of like his big thing. And he opened a pizza place. And so we'd also been wanting to go and try that out, especially Luke and Andre. It's funny because, like, okay, if anybody is watching this, I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of people who are just going to know all these people I'm talking about. So I'm sorry, but they're my friends. So anyways, I wanted to go to the Stradman's pizza place as well because it sounds fun, go on a trip with the boys, go and get some pizza. And here's the predicament. So yeah, they told us that they were planning to go soon, Luke and Andre. And then I would expect this from nobody else but Andre. I mean, shout out Andre. He's the best. He's simply the best. But this dude will make plans on autopilot, and he's admitted to it recently. Like he'll just he'll text people on autopilot, and like it's pretty funny. Like he won't realize that he made plans or like I don't know. He might not even compute, like, is this possible? Like am I doing something else? That's enough Andre slander for now, because like I said, he can't defend his name right now. So it seems a little messed up to keep talking about him. So I'm done about that. But, also, this is whatever. Okay, so I ran a 5K with Amelia in New York City, and we got this shirt. I like it. It says, New York City runs put on 15 years of races, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I don't think I have ADHD, but I don't know why I'm jumping around a little bit. But yeah, so the two plans, like, I was really excited for, turns out Andre kind of said yes to both of them, I think, which was totally fine. So did I, but he was the one with like the dates, and they're at the same time. So I might reach out. I don't know. Like I'm sure like Luke's a very busy guy, and like I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to choose, and it's not gonna be easy. But I'm gonna choose. So in like a few weeks, I'm either gonna be hiking a mountain in Colorado or driving through Arizona to go get some pizza. And I mean, it's a win-win, really. Like, it's crazy that this is like my issue. This is what I have to complain about. Like, pretty grateful for that. And yeah. So, but yeah, like Andre straight up is like, he's like being a productive member of society, and like that's super cool. Like what am I doing? So like, I'm gonna put this somewhere. There's a mirror over here. I just feel like it's distracting me somehow. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the plan was like I wanted to sit down with Andre and see what he's been up to since we ran the half marathon, but that'll have to wait. But it'll just be that much sweeter when we can finally hear from the man. Okay, so later today, Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. are going to be fighting, and I'm really excited for it, actually. This is going to be definitely one of Jake's hardest fights so far. Julio is a former world champion. He is like 30-something years old, so he's not elderly. And yeah, and he looks really good. He looks healthy. He looks fast and fit and strong. He says he's never trained harder for a fight, and he's been a world champion. He's fought Canelo. So I think it's going to be really good. And yeah, my prediction, Jake Paul is going to beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. tonight. Whether he does or doesn't, I'm sure it's going to be like a great, entertaining fight. I think they're both going to put on a great performance. And I guess this could be like a prediction as well. Like, I think even whether, I mean, I guess like it could, maybe it is like a complete, like, maybe it's a terrible fight. But I really doubt it. I bet it's either going to be a really good, close fight. And I mean, either of them could totally win. But there's like a little like mosquito flying around. But like, oh yeah, like I feel like just objectively, like you gotta like give Jake some credit for like getting in the ring with this guy. And like, again, I'm saying this before the fight, but I'm sure it's going to be a good fight. And I do think Jake is going to win. But I feel like most people are not going to care, and they'll like make some other criteria like, no, but he, I mean, I don't know. So I don't know. My prediction is like, even though this is quite an insane fight to take for just about anybody, I don't think it's going to change people's minds much about if Jake is like a real boxer or not. And it's funny, I've talked to Sean about this, like, because he was like, is he a professional boxer? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, like the definition of a professional whatever is that they make money off of it. I don't know. It's just like, this whole thing is so entertaining for me and like interesting. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to put into words right now. So, yeah. And what am I doing? Once again, I'm in a room all alone talking to a camera. And this isn't going to come out for a year. And maybe somebody watches it, maybe not. I don't know, but I do like doing it, if I'm honest. Like, it's fun. It is more fun to have somebody here with me. But it's still kind of, I guess it's kind of like therapeutic, I guess. Like I've talked about how this podcast can like kind of ground me and give me like stability in like a cool way. And I think part of it is just like getting stuff out, like expressing stuff. I think that's a really good thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, Amelia and I went on a trip to Boston and New York, and we just got back a few days ago. So the day that we left, I went over to her house and I went on a run, and then I showered. And when I was in the shower, or like when I was getting in, there was a spider, and it looked like it got out of like harm's way. So I turned on the water, but it was actually a bit of the water was going everywhere. And so I immediately I did not want to kill the spider. Like I wanted to get it, safe or whatever. And so I'm like trying to get it, and like I almost had it, like I almost saved it, and then I think it like drowned or something. And I was on it like I don't know. I try not to kill bugs, like 'cause I don't know, I just don't want to. And like, is a spider a bug or an insect? I'll check this, but like it surprised me how much like remorse, like regret I had. Like I just felt so bad for killing that spider, and I was like it like sat with me for like a good like 30 minutes to an hour before I got like distracted or whatever. Like I just was like, bro, like why did I do that? But then funny enough, so the 10 days go by and we get back home, and that night I go to take a shower, and so the like shower head was hanging down, so like I go to reach it to grab it, and I'm picking it up, and then I like my brain registers that there's a spider there again, and so I drop it, and then I was able to successfully get the spider out of the shower, and I don't think I harmed it. So it felt like a good like I got like some redemption, and it was just like a full circle. Like what are the odds? Like I don't see that in the shower very often, but the fact that I saw it like right before we're leaving and then like right when I got back, it's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Okay, is a spider a bug? No. Oh, of course. It is not a bug, it is an arachnid. How could I have been so thick-skulled? Yeah, they're insects. Wait, while both spiders and insects are arthropods, they belong to different classes. That's cool. Quite neat. Some more stuff that like 5 people will understand. Jack, my friend Jack, he recently texted me and the boys about making a short film, which is like has me very excited because like he's always wanting to do stuff like that, but I feel like it's not very often that like we actually make something happen, and like that's what it's all about, And so he texted us saying that in the month of July we should make a short film, and like I would love to do that. So hopefully sometime this coming week we'll get together and start forming an idea, and throughout the next month make something happen. Yeah. I just think like it's kind of a shame is that it's just like if you want to do this thing and like you have all the means to do so, you have the time, you have the resources, the devices, like you should make some stuff like like I just feel like that's what it's all about. And I know there's so many different like mental blockers that can get in the way, but like you just gotta like push through them. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm excited. Like whatever that's gonna be, that sounds really fun. So I'm excited for that. And then yeah, we have about 11. I think we're gonna do at least 12 more podcasts, like 12 episodes. That's the plan after today. So that puts us, I think, at is it September 28th, I believe. Yeah. So that's 1 week after the first one comes out. I just thought that it'd be kind of fun to do one, and we could like, I don't know, maybe watch the first one or something, or I don't know. Like, and I've thought about other things. Like, if we wanted, like it'd be funny if we started like another podcast, and like theoretically, like I still have time, so like that podcast could have been going for like 10 weeks before this one even started, which is crazy to think about. Yeah. But it kind of got me thinking, like what do I want to do in the next 11 to 12 weeks? Because that's like such a more like comprehensible amount of time than 52 weeks. And so it kind of excites me. It's like, okay, what do I want to do between now and the first episode coming out on September 21st? I don't know. But I would like to do some stuff. I would like to, you know, I want to like get a lot more consistent with making videos. I mean, I am consistent right now, but I'm still a little lost. Like, I still am not totally like locked in when it comes to like what I'm doing. Like I'm in a bit of a space of like just creatively feeling a little lost, like because there's just so much possibility, and I want to make sure I'm like using my time well, and I want to make sure I'm on a good path. I think at the end of the day, the best path is just moving. Like the exact things you're doing, I think, are less important, because you just don't always know what's gonna like work or whatever. So like I'm just gonna keep experimenting. Yeah, but my like what I'm doing right now. So I'm still on that same like how I did the basketball video, the Mother's Day video, and now I'm working on the half marathon video. I've been doing them like once per month or so, like spending about a month making them. I mean, more or less, because some of them like take a lot longer to film. But yeah, so I'm still kind of doing that. But like honestly, I'm at a point right now where like if I feel so unmotivated to like edit the half marathon or even the 5K video I just did. So what I'm gonna do is just like, I do this sometimes if it's hard for me to like get down to it, like just set like a 1 hour timer and like collect all of the footage, and hopefully in that time also get it onto my computer, just get it all in one place, and just like do that. And then like for another like focused hour, just get it all on the timeline in Premiere. And you know, I think it's important to just take it like step by step and just like focus for a short amount of time. Because then you build momentum, and it makes it a lot less intimidating. And like those first steps are always like, for me, the most annoying steps. So like after that, it can start to get to the fun part. Yeah, but yeah, so I want to do that for the half marathon video, do that for the 5K video. And then I'm trying to decide if either I want to go back and finish like a overwhelming amount of videos that I've filmed but just have not finished. I think it could feel really great mentally to like just start knocking them down and like get them all out of the way. But for me, it's like, is it worth, like, how long is that going to take me? Like 3 months, 8 months? Like I'm aging. Like, I don't know if I want to be. So yeah, that's one option, which I think could be a good option. If I really like get in a good groove and like just crank it all out, it might not take long at all. Like I could do a video per week and be done in a few months. And then after that, like ideally I would want to keep doing the videos like the last two I posted, but just on a shorter time frame, like one per week or one every 2 weeks. so I can iterate a lot faster and like just like, experiment. And then I had a few things that I am really interested in doing, but I don't know if now is the right time. So one of the ideas was to do a 30-day, well, either 30 days, 90 days, 100 days. I didn't really decide, but where I pick like a ton of hobbies that I haven't really tried. And each day I try the hobby, I document it, I rate how much I liked it, and just expose myself to so much stuff, because I feel like that's how you find stuff that you're passionate about. And so ideally I would find some things that really were fun to me, and then I could just make more videos specifically about that thing. And so that does really excite me, but I feel like now, I don't know, like I was thinking that it might be better to just pick something that I enjoy enough to just like make stuff about for the next few months, because I want to like continue to niche down. It just sounds like a fun way to, get better at like one specific thing. And I think for me, a lot of times it's really good to set parameters, which then allow me to be more creative, because it's not like, oh, like in every single category I could do anything. It's like I'm doing this specific thing in this way, and then I can be creative like within that, to make it entertaining. So yeah, those are just some thoughts. I like to share that type of stuff, again, like just in case, on the off chance I make it and like anybody wants to look back at my journey and see like what I did. Like I just feel like it could be helpful to see, I mean, for one, what I did, and maybe they could like, you could like copy what I did, but I think more importantly and more realistically, you could just see how like imperfect the journey was. I know I've talked about that a little bit before, but like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, like if I make it, then you can make it too. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like it would just be so cool to like watch this week by week. Yeah. Who knows? In the next 11 months, maybe I'll pop off, as they put it. Maybe I'll be at 10 million subscribers. You never know. But yeah, I am still excited about it all. The last few days, like after getting back from the trip, I've been in a bit of a rut, because and like, I'm not gonna lie, the Mother's Day video, it got like 6 likes, which is really not that great. And I try not to care too much about the performance. Like I want to care more about, do I think this video is worth somebody's time, and therefore am I going to put it out? But it does hurt a little, like to work on something for a month and then get that kind of result. Like it could be a little disheartening, but yeah. And that's another reason that like, I feel like I should just, what's worked, like the basketball video, just do that again, make it better. And it sounds like really fun, and just sounds like a good idea. But yeah, I do like doing all of this. It's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, also shout out Uncle Steve. He got me new socks and multiple pairs of jeans. He got me a lot of socks, actually. And Hoka's running shoes, and Veja's, which they're also like running shoes, but I wear them more so when walking. Also, I finally updated Duolingo, and like they have chess now, and I feel like this is probably one of those situations where they've probably had it for like quite a while, and I just never updated the app. But it's like actually really fun. Like I think they did a great job with it. Okay, so I'm going to make two more predictions because I already said the Jake one. Steve Harvey will be in front of a camera with Steve Garvey, the American baseball first baseman, within the next 365 days, of course. Additionally, Ryan Trahan's original fundraiser goal was $1 million, and my prediction, I think that by the end of the 50 days, he will have raised over $10 million, which is insane because that's 10 times what he was aiming for. Like right now he's not quite at 2 million, but it looks like a lot of big brands are probably going to start getting involved. I mean, it's a great cause. It's also an insane amount of publicity, and great publicity. So I think that around days like 30, like the last 20 days, I think it's really going to pick up. I think there's going to be a lot more donations. I'm sure like Mr. Beast, for example, he started it off with a $50,000 donation, and like, of course he's going to do more. Like, of course, that guy is very generous. So yeah, that's 10 million. That's the number. Okay, so another like serious topic, mental health. So a while ago, I was saying that I thought it would be so cool to, or just helpful to like each week try to rate like my mental health. So that way, if I were to listen to this, I could like be like, yo, like this stuff was going on. I did this, I didn't do this, and I felt terrible. like make the connections. Because to me, that's pretty much what it's about. Like I truly believe that like the external things that you do are going to affect your mental. I mean, I don't think that's like a weird belief, but I feel like some people don't agree with that. I don't know. Anyways, so when I went to Durango, when I was in Durango, the first night, I didn't feel bueno. And I don't know exactly why, but yeah, I want to mention it. And then also in New York, towards the end of the trip, there were multiple days where like, yeah, it wasn't great. And I like, one of my first thoughts is that possibly that it had to do with the fact that I wasn't creating, I wasn't pursuing, like progressing. I don't know. It's weird because like consciously, I liked the break. I was like, this is good. Like it forces me to just take a step back from like creating and trying to build stuff. But I think just at a certain point, because it was a 10-day trip, I think I was like, all right, like this has been long enough. That's one of my, I think that had to do with how I felt. And now that I think about it, like I think it's good to get this out loud because now I'm thinking about it more. I feel like I'm not very content with my level of success in like social media and stuff. I mean, of course it's not all about that, but like that's honestly like kind of big for me. Like, it'd be pretty cool to be doing some like numbers and stuff, but more importantly, like I think this is what was getting to me. Like I just don't really know like what I want to be doing. Like I really want to, like I like in general what I'm doing, but I just haven't quite found that like specific thing that like really excites me or just feels really good. And so I do think experimenting is the way to go. And that's another reason that like the daily series idea like excites me a lot, because in the past when I did the one extra push-up every day series for a whole year, like I loved knowing what to do every day so that I knew where to channel my energy. And I loved that it was like, it was good. It was like physical, it was mental. And I just love like the momentum that it forces you to build. And it's like, for me in my head, it's like, I'm going to do this every day. Like it was never like an option to like not make the video. So I don't know, it's good to like look back at things I've done and like take little things here and there. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. So like it's hard to put a number like out of 10 because, you know, I probably feel like 10 different ways in a given day, at least. Like, and then, yeah, and so like most of the last few weeks have been good. And then there's like a few days, and I think mostly just while traveling, that I didn't feel good. So you're welcome, future Bennett. I hope that's helpful. Hope I didn't, no, I mean, yeah, you're welcome, G. But yeah, this week, I mean, I did so much stuff in New York, but for one, I visited my mom's future apartment where she's going to be moving soon in Brooklyn. So that was really cool. It's maybe I won't say that, but it's a nice building. Amelia and I biked the entire Central Park loop on the day that, I kid you not, it reached the hottest temperature it ever has on that day, breaking the previous record set in the 1800s. And I was wearing jeans and a long sleeve shirt, and we did this around 12:30 in the afternoon. That was, yeah. It was really fun though. We did the electric bikes, so it wasn't that bad. Probably should have done it at a different point in the trip, but it just kind of worked out like that. That was very funny. It was very hot. Like I knew it was going to be bad, but Amelia had been wanting to do it, and it was kind of our last chance. And so, yeah, we did it. And then afterwards, when we were in the taxi heading from Manhattan to JFK, we got a text from my uncle, and he sent an article about like the heat wave. And he said like, like you guys were biking on the historically like hottest day, like since the 1800s. It's pretty funny. I guess one thing also with being on the trip, because I do technically have a laptop, but it's like pretty old and I don't think it works anymore. So I had like some podcasts building up that I hadn't edited. So since getting back a few days ago, I edited I got the Durango one done, the Boston one done, and now I'm working on the New York one. It's almost done. So that feels good to be getting caught up. Oh yeah, and then if you watched the last one, we went back up to 2 camera angles. We're back to 1 because, bro, it took like 3.5 hours to upload the footage from my phone to the computer. Like just that took like 3.5, 4 hours or something. Not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. There's definitely better ways to do this. Like if I had a Mac, it'd probably be so easy because it'd probably just be on my photos like already. And if not, I could just either AirDrop it or plug it in or whatever. And then also like Final Cut kind of sounds like fun to use because I use Premiere usually all the time. But yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, and then like with the ChatGPT stuff, like it is insane. Like I just started playing with it like a few days ago, and like I'm so blown away like by what it can make like so fast with just like a conversational like input. Like it's insane. But it also excites me. Like it makes me want to make more stuff. And so I want to definitely incorporate more digital art type stuff into my YouTube videos, because it just sounds really fun and like just another way to like be a little more unique. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta remember like it's so weird doing this alone. Like Like whenever I don't have somebody to do it with me, like going into it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine. And then like as soon as I start, it's like, what am I doing? Like it feels weird. But here we are. And I also like for some reason on these solo episodes are like the ones that I prepare the least, and so like I don't really know what to talk about. But I guess that's good because then they're shorter. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what's the last thing I should say. I'm gonna say, ask me a question to answer right now on my podcast, please. Okay, let's see. ChatGPT says, what's something you're holding on to right now that you hope you've let go of by the time this episode comes out? That's deep. It says, answer it honestly, even if it feels small or personal. 1 year from now, hearing what you thought you needed to let go of could be wild. That's true. It's funny, like, even though I'm sure such a small amount of people are going to watch this, and the soonest anybody could watch this is a year from now, I still like there's some personal stuff that like it just doesn't feel morally like quite right to talk about. If it was like stuff just regarding me, or I don't know, the thing is like it's hard to talk about somebody anonymously like in real life because like people could figure stuff out. What's something you're holding on to right now that you let go of? I don't know. Like, and even not like blocking anything out, like, I don't know if I could think of something that I definitely hope that I've let go of. I don't know, or honestly, I can't think of. I'm going to tell ChatGPT. I honestly don't know. Let's see if they give me anything. This is maybe insightful. They said maybe on the podcast I could say, I don't even know what I'm holding on to that I need to let go of, ... And maybe that's part of it. Maybe I've been carrying things so long they feel invisible now. Or maybe I'm just numb to them. I hope that by the time I hear this, I've noticed whatever it was and maybe even released it. I don't know about that. I'm going to ask for another one. Can you give me another, please? Because I do like this, like it's fun to answer questions. These are two, like, what's something you're afraid to want right now? It says it could be something big, like love, success, rest, or freedom. I don't know, but the thing is, it's not like I'm afraid to want any of that. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But let's see, what would be something that would be cool to hear from my past self? I don't know what would be cool, but this is like, okay, maybe a bit of wisdom I'm thinking of right now. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay. I feel like it'd be just cool to say like, yo, what up, 22 or older year old Bennett? Yeah, you could be, odds are you'll be way older than 22 when you hear this, if you hear this. But I mean, because think about it, you're only going to be 22 for like a year. It's basic math. So this is 21-year-old Bennett talking to you right now from his bedroom. Oh, I guess it's not really bedroom. It's a studio. I don't like calling it. I mean, I guess it is that. Anyways, um, I hope that you've been able to maintain momentum, because momentum is like so massive. Like when it comes to a social media career, for example. I think it's big in general, but I think I felt the most momentum ever after finishing that year of push-ups. And I feel like I kind of squandered it a little bit. I tried to switch things up, which was also successful, but then I realized I was like torturing myself. So I tried to do the same thing, but enjoying it, and that kind of fell apart. And I should have probably been a little smarter. And then, was it that year? I don't know. I'm glad that I've been doing YouTube videos. They're not like super, like there's not a whole, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of momentum, but at least I'm like sticking with it and like building something. And then like this podcast, that's definitely been a good source of momentum. And so it's like, I feel like I'll have to make the decision of like, do I continue this podcast or not? I don't know, but okay. I got something. 22-year-old Bennett, I hope that when you're watching this in a year, that you feel like in this year, that you found something that you really, really like doing, and that you've committed yourself to it. And I know I kind of already have, but like on a deeper, more specific level. And yeah, I just hope you're really enjoying it. And that it excites you. I don't know. I'm just speaking gibberish. That's about it. Thank you for watching this far. If you watched. Shout out Jolts. You're the man. Here's another video.